Hey, how's it going, fellow weightlifters? My name is Sean. Jason J-Train asked me to give a little bit of a tutorial on how best to deadlift, as well as some of the principles that go behind deadlifting in terms of good and bad form. Deadlift is probably one of the most powerful exercises you can do that engages a large part of your chain. But you want to work on form. Form is more important than actually pulling the weight, because otherwise if you do it poorly, you can actually hurt yourself, right? So as you can see here, I'm actually doing it without shoes. You want to make sure that you do use shoes, if you do, that have a small heel and that's relatively flat. You don't want to have shoes that have actually a slope on the heel. When you're looking at form, you want to try to get about 1 inch to 2 inches your shins away from the bar. And remember, deadlift is you're working on your hip chain. It's about a hip flexibility movement. So you want to make sure your core is tight, your shoulders are back. You breathe, you take a nice deep breath, you hold it. You want to hinge at the hips, go straight down, grab the bar, engage. And you want to make sure that your hips aren't too high or too low. A lot of times what happens is when people lift weight, the hips kip up, and then they end up doing basically a straight leg deadlift. Bad form, you end up hurting your back. Sometimes when your hips are too low, you end up actually with your chest too high, and you end up not being able to lift the weight that you want to lift. But everyone's biomechanics are different, so work on lower weight and trying to find that biomechanic form that works best for you. Mine is, my hips are a little bit higher. You want to have a nice straight back, nice neutral spine. You want to look straight ahead, you don't want to look up, you don't want to look particularly down. You want to tuck it in, lean back, and as you come up, you want to, again, it's a hip movement. And as you come back, your hips hinge, and you go straight down, all right? One of the things that you need to be careful of doing is you don't want to jerk the weight up. When you're going down to do a deadlift, you want to take the slack out of the weight. Once you take the slack out of the weight, it helps you to stop jerking the weight up and hinging the hips up before you actually deadlift. Let me show you what a hip hinge looks like when you do it poorly. So what may happen is you come in, as you go to lift the weight, your hips will hinge, and then you end up doing a straight leg deadlift, right? And you can see that my glutes and my hamstrings didn't engage. You want to make sure that your hips stay engaged. You want to basically drive through the floor through your heels. So you want to drive through the floor through your heels, come straight up. And as you come down, again, your hips hinge, straight down. There you go, folks. Good tips of doing a proper deadlift. Don't be afraid to work on core exercises to strengthen your core. Very early age, I hurt my back. I went to a physical therapist. One of the first questions she asked me was, what do I do to build my core? I gave her a list of all these ab exercises that I did. She looked at me with a straight face and said, I don't think you understood the question. And I said, well, evidently, not a darn thing to build my core. So we worked on all these exercises, which made me feel like a baby falling that was just birthed, until I actually started to build muscles in my core and stability in the core. Don't be afraid to be embarrassed. Build your core first before you start lifting heavy weight. This is Sean for J-Train. Have a great day.